It's weird in a way, but it's sad in a way too, because this is how this dude feeds his family, man. And because like Tom Brady, like ushered him up under the bus, like yo, I don't even know who this dude is. Like, how you don't know who this dude is? He been there longer than you. He's the real Patriots mascot.
But then they said after the whole story came out, that Tom Brady talked to both of them dudes for like an hour.
Right, he's on the phone with these dudes. These dudes are referencing him in text messages like, yeah, I just talked to Tom. He want to know about the balls. Are they gonna be ready? And this, that, and the other. Tom. Yeah, man. It's like wow. Like but then I'm talking about both sides of it. The other side, the ultra grandstanding that's going on by guys like Jeff Saturday. It's like, yeah. And then I hate when people do this part too. Like, what kind of message are you sending to the kids? Shut up, dude. You're a freaking undrafted free agent center, dude. Shut up. I said it about Floyd the day before yesterday. Tom Brady live a life that you don't even know. And you'll never know. Like, okay, here's the option. Tom, we know these balls are deflated. Did you do anything? By the way, Tom, it's a week before the Super Bowl. Yeah, I did it. All right, Tom, you won't be playing in this Super Bowl. First of all, that puts the NFL in a bad spot. You take think about the Super Bowl. There are a couple of premier players. There's Revis, there's Brady, there's Gronk, there's Wilson, there's Marshawn, and there's Richard Sherman. Right? Those are your premier dudes in this game. What make you think the NFL want to take one of the probably the biggest star off of the biggest stage? For some deflated balls.
Going for another Super Bowl.
You must be crazy. Out your mind. Yeah, he can miss game 1 and 2 or the first 3 of the season, whatever. That's cool. But not this one. Not the big one.
Not that.
Yeah, so all this extra grandstanding that's going on. Oh, the cover-up is always bigger than the lie. Look, again, my moral compass is broken. I'm the one that said, I have no problem with Alex Rodriguez, but he lied. So what? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you got to take, as fans, you got to take your position on this, or you got to accept your role in it, and the NFL had their role in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you made this whole thing as the NFL bigger than what it should have been. Like who thinks? And probably there's some people out there who think that this is some sort of just random thing that it came out right after the draft when nothing else is going on. Really? You think that's by coincidence? No, the NFL is going to be in your face, and if they have to sacrifice their dude to do it, whatever. It's the NFL. Guess what? Another Tom Brady he's already in the league, matter of fact. His name is Andrew Luck. He's already there. They don't care. Players in the NFL, especially as a league, yeah, they're one of the most turned over resources in sports. Every year, you get 7 rounds, 32 picks apiece of brand new talent. You must be out your mind. Nobody care about Tom Brady. He got 2 more years in him? Really? Like 2 more really good years in him? Maybe? Yeah, whatever. They'll gladly sacrifice Tom Brady to make a stand and to say this is what we stand for. When really you don't stand for really anything. Because this is in one sense, and it's gonna sound like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth. In one sense, it's a bunch to do about nothing, but the NFL has made it more. They brought in David Wells and brought in all these scientists and all this kind of stuff. Come on, man. My common sense told me beforehand that the first thing I said to myself was, this ain't no one-time thing. It can't be. Like, why would you, if you're experimenting with something, why would you do it in the biggest game of the year so far, the AFC Championship? Nah, of course you've done it before, so you know. And when you tell me that the balls all have the same amount of pressure going from them, yeah, you've done this before. You know what I mean? To get it just right the way Tom likes it.
I mean, yeah, ain't no doubt. I mean, the text messages confirmed that because the first text message was in October, and then all the way through January.
This is why, man.
So yeah,
one of the greatest lessons my man Jason Goff taught me, man, was go with whatever, develop your instincts. And once you're comfortable with them, go with them. Because I ain't need no text messages. My regular thought process told me there's no way that somebody says first of all, there's no way some equipment manager is going to be like, I'm going to mess with Tom Brady's footballs before the AFC Championship just on my own. I'm going to help them out. No, you're not. Because this is what happens. right? We know who the New England Patriots fan base is, right? You mess with the balls, right? And Tom Brady doesn't know about it, and then they're the one that gets beat 45-7, they're going to find you and kill you.
Yep.
And I don't even say that hyperbolically.
If he don't do it.
Right. This is going to be worse than Bartman, the Bartman situation in Chicago. It's going to be worse than that. They're going to find you, the fan base is going to find you and do bodily harm to you. So there's no way this dude just says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the air out of Tom's footballs. No, you're not. Not unless he says do it.
Yeah, he'll be able to really throw the ball. It'll help.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So immediately as you stand there, and this is what I love. This is why I love when people do their job, because the one dude that's getting so much shine now, nobody even knows who he is. I ain't hear nobody say his name, but the dude that says, is Tom Brady a cheater? Just as simple as that. Because now you got him on record. And now that is playing over and over and over again. Not him saying, he's not saying I wouldn't knowingly do something. He said I wouldn't do anything. That's what he said. And I listened closely to make sure he wasn't just saying, I didn't knowingly do anything. It might have been an accident. No. He said I wouldn't. And I didn't do anything. He categorically denied every bit of wrongdoing. Yeah, you can't go that hard, man. That's your arrogance that's doing that to you. Your arrogance told you that no one's going to ever catch you and not to take this thing seriously, when it ended up being probably way more serious than it should have been, to be honest with you, because, Tom Brady's still a boss. That's like all this whole legacy talk. Like, what is it going to do to his legacy? Maybe to idiots or people who cheer for the Jets or whatever. I always, and immediately after I heard that conversation, I remember the conversation that you and I had during quote unquote Bountygate, when you was like, yeah, they need to take the Saints Super Bowl ring back, and I was like, what? One has nothing to do with the other. But it's understandable because you're a fan of the Falcons. So like if somebody's a fan of the Ravens or somebody's a fan of the Jets, and they're like, yeah, they need to strip him of all his MVPs. It's irrational, but it's understandable because fans say idiotic things and they have idiotic emotion behind statements and whatever. So cool. But to just some rational dude, speaking of irrational dudes, Marcellus Wiley and Shannon Sharp is back at it, by the way.
Yeah.
If anyone cares. Do I have that pulled up here? I do. As a matter of fact, I do, because I'm me. He's tweeting, by the way, at Shannon Sharp. He's an entertaining follow, I will say that. He says, what's should be the Patriots' punishment. They're what you call repeat or serial offenders, fact in bold capital letters. Okay. Go back and look at Brady's first interview involving Deflategate when he was asked if he was a cheater. He said, I don't think so. Well, I probably know if I would. That's a bad look, too, because, like, if Mrs. Calloway comes and say, Rob, are you a cheater? You better say no. Yeah. I don't think so, baby. What?
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah. What are you unsure about? I'll help you clear it up.
Depending on how you classify that.
Right. Nah, don't even go that. No. You start doing that with a woman, yeah, you lost already. That's an L. That's an L right there immediately. He goes on to say Brady must be suspended a minimum of 2 to 4 games. Belichick gets a year, and the team loses a first-round draft pick from 2016 to 2017. In 2016 to 17, and the team gets fined the max. Yeah, so that happened. Here's the thing about the Patriots, and I talked about this on whatever day that was, Tuesday or whatever. They always has like the Spygate situation, right? They got a draft pick taken away, and everybody remembers that. But here's the thing about that, and I said it. There were 2 things about that. When you take away that draft pick and you don't replace it, that's one less player that gets to realize their dream of being drafted, right?
Right.
You don't give it to someone else. It just goes away from the draft. And in 2000 and what was that? I don't know, 4 or 5. What was that? I don't know. Whatever year that was the Spygate thing. Yeah.
2007.
7. Okay. They took away the Patriots draft pick, which was like the 22nd or something like that. But they had one from Oakland that was like 14 or something, or 12.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So it's like, who cares, dude? We still got a better one than the one you took away. Yeah, I don't know. The NFL.
Ain't it unbelievable? And I talked about this yesterday, that the only time I have ever rooted for the Patriots, and I really wasn't even rooting for the Patriots, and I made sure I made that known. I was only rooting for Randy Moss. that it would be the same year that this whole Spygate thing will happen.
And they're still so defiant about that. Like Bill Belichick got asked about that. He was like, "What do you mean they're giving the signs away on in front of 80,000 people?" See, again, I'm gonna go back to my philosophy about the whole Mike Vick thing, right? And this is one of the times I'm glad we don't have phone lines, because you say that name, it's like, oh, I got to call in. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm gonna call in and talk about it. No, that if you didn't feel like you were doing anything wrong, why'd you hide it? Why did you tell everybody what was going on? If that's the case, but you did. You chose to hide it. Problemo. As we forward the story, I'm sure Rob talked about Mr. Brady, Tom's daddy, in his. No, you didn't. Him calling this thing Framegate. Apparently, someone's framing his son now.
Well, yesterday, when I started recording the show yesterday, all of this stuff was still kind of fresh. It had been out for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. Because I started recording yesterday probably about 6:30, something like that. So
yeah, the report came out at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
So it was just like, there was no real audio. It wasn't really a whole lot. So no, I didn't even see Tom Brady's dad.
Yeah, so Mr. Brady's telling us how
he's had deflated balls for years.
I don't know about that. That there's apparently a frame job going against the NFL's most popular player. Now it's time to turn on him eventually. He wins his fourth Super Bowl. Now let's turn on him. Let's turn this whole thing around him and tell everybody who Tom really is.
Whatever.
Yeah. Look, you his dad. We expect that from you, my man. It's cool. You know what I mean? You don't want to believe that your son would have done something that's being characterized as so heinous. But I can't be a hypocrite in this situation, because if it was anybody else or any other situation, I'd say the same thing. He didn't murder nobody. He didn't batter nobody. He didn't touch nobody's kids. You know
if somebody really wanted to frame him, Tom Brady, hey, it would be it would be far worse than some damn deflated balls.
Yeah, he stood up in front of a bunch of people and lied. Because that's what it boils down to. I always talk about how people will prop athletes up, and then when they disappoint, now you blame them. You blame the athlete.
You sweep their legs right from up under.
Yeah, this one on you. Like, judge him for what he is. He's a quarterback. He's a damn good one. He's a great quarterback. Judge that. Don't nothing disqualify him from lying to you or me. Who am I? Who are you? He can lie, especially when you ask him something like that a week before the Super Bowl. You damn right.
That's the
I want the person to raise their hand that says they will not lie, except if you're Jeff Saturday, because obviously his moral compass is always on 110. You know what I mean? It's always the right time on his moral compass. Whatever, dude. It's the week before the Super Bowl. Who ain't gonna lie? Who ain't gonna say, you know what? Hell no. If you catch me in May, I don't care. Guess what I got on my finger? This ring. So screw all you dudes. Yeah. And by the way, you said that's the Patriots way. Like, yeah, he's a liar. He just lied a couple weeks ago. They asked him about not going to the White House. No, I had family. I had family commitments. Meanwhile, because some people do their job. Yeah, he was at the Patriots facility. Yeah. That's a bad guy move. You can't put you not wanting to go visit a Democratic president off on your family, like tell that lie. Like, no, I had family issues. I had to deal with my family stuff. No, you didn't, dude. Because people had pictures of you at the facility. Just say what it is. Because you went every time that there was a Republican president. You people know far and wide that you are a card carrying Republican, and you ain't want to go hang out with Obama, the Democrat. Call it what it is, man. But
and you saw that when he clowned the ass about that whole Deflategate.
Then what? Oh, yeah, because Obama's that dude. He don't give a damn.
Yeah.
That dude from the shop, man. If it ain't the Bears, he don't care. Screw y'all. Let's see what else. I had a couple things. I just want to make sure we continue to forward the story, and not I don't want to keep. Oh, yeah. This the other person who spoke today. Tom Brady's agent, Don Yee, spoke. He called it, quote, a significant and terrible disappointment. You're probably other than you and Bob Kraft and Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, you're the only other people who feel that way. To be honest with you, Mr. Yee. You know what I mean? Because everyone else sees this, and